Hi, it's Sarah here from Sew Sarah Style. Welcome back to my channel. Thanks for joining me today. I'm coming to you today with a new haircut. As you could probably tell from my last vlog, I was absolutely desperate. A summer of salt water and chlorine and sunshine had absolutely done for my hair. So it's had a really good chop and feels so much better. So onwards with the new hairdo. The other thing that I wanted to say was a huge thank you so much to everybody who got back to me about my vlog last week, where I was saying that it was all a little bit drab and colourless. I did say I wasn't going to apologise for it, but at the same time, when I looked at the pile of fabrics I was showing, it was all a bit mushroomy and, as I say, drab and dirgy, as whatever it is that I call it. So it just looked a bit, but as you know, I do have a little bit of colour and pattern as well. So, but I'm going to stop talking about that. But what I did want to say was, so many people got back to me and said, do you know what? I like those colours as well. Do what you do was quoted a few times, which I absolutely love. So I will continue doing what I do, because I know there's something out there for everyone. That's the fantastic thing about us vloggers. We've all got different tastes, and there literally is something for everybody. I love watching vloggers who do brighter colours, and so many people said that to me as well. They love watching them. They don't necessarily want to wear them, but you know, it's the other way around for some people, isn't it? So they'll watch the plainer vlogs and then go and make it, as I say, in something bright and colourful. Do what you do. So with that in mind, I am going to do what I do today, and I'm really excited because I am going to the Stafford Sewcial. I have not been for months and months. It doesn't really work out for me to be sewing on a Saturday, but I have just had a challenging week, so I just thought, right, there's a space on the social this week. I'm going to go, I'm going to take my sewing and I'm going to make something for myself. The other thing I talked about in the last vlog was making stuff for my mum. She's going on holiday, so I have been hard at work with that, and that's going pretty well. So I'll show you that in a different vlog, I think, but for now I'll just show you what I'm taking to the social and another little idea sort of thing that I've got. I'm wearing, hang on one second, that I'll come back to that. I am wearing this is literally my uniform at the moment. So these are my patchwork bobs, which are probably my favourite ones. And I don't like wearing them too much, just in case I wear them out. You know, it's that's, you know, when you love something, don't you, that you just don't want to wear it out. So I'm wearing those, and this Naya T in a very lightweight knit that I just made to go with them. So all my bobs I have literally worn and worn and worn. My sister nicked one of the pairs, so I have 3. I'm going to make another pair, at least one more pair. These are sort of going to be a little bit more autumnal. Before I forget, my friend here is wearing the assembly line high cuff top, which I'm also wearing. This goes really nicely with the bobs as well. But I've made this quite a while ago. I just absolutely love the shape of the back of this. It's really nice for this time of year, I think, because it's got the sleeves, long sleeves, but I've made them, I tend to make them in a fairly lightweight woven, and doesn't take much fabric, so if it's not that warm, these are perfect for this time of year. So that was that one. Yes, so I was saying about making some slightly more autumnal bobs, and I was talking about that in my last vlog as well. Well, I have it all cut out, very organised, ready to take to the social. So this is all the stuff. Who knows how much of it I'll get made, because it'll be really nice to have a catch up with the girls. So I will be chatting and sewing at speed probably. These are the bob pants. So it's this sort of twill, brownie twill, and I have a really bizarre idea, which I don't know whether it's going to work. Who knows? The only way to do it is to make it and find out. Is to make, and I spoke about this time, look, I've even got the elastic cut out already, how organised, is to make the Bertha cardigan, and it's a Naya top that I've cut out to go underneath. I was talking about doing a very, very loosely inspired Chanel twin set that I'd seen on the Chanel documentary that came out recently, and the lady was wearing, well, it obviously was a gorgeous tweed Chanel jacket, edged, it was cream, edged in black, and then she had the cream, it would have been like a sort of a t-shirty thing underneath, but in tweed, and that was edged in black here. So my as I say, very loose interpretation is to make the Bertha cardigan in this camel colour and then edge it in strips of tiger and then have tiger around the neck. So who knows? That's what I'm going to make today. So that'll be a bit of fun. So with that in mind, because the fact that I am wearing Bob's and Bertha's and Naya's non-stop, I've just dug out another couple that I would like to make, and I haven't had time to cut it out. There's no way in the world I'm going to have time to sew it today anyway. But this has been with me since the beginning of time, and it's been in and out of the, oh, shall I give it away, shall I destash type of pile so many times, and survived. So I do really like it, but I just didn't know what on earth I would ever wear with it. And I think there is something to be said for keeping hold of fabric for a while, because it does tend to come into its own. If you like it, then I would say just hold on to it, because there will be a pattern for it. This is going to be, it's a really lovely, it must be like a viscose linen, because it's not stiff at all. It's got a linen feel. Maybe it's a cottony, I don't know. Anyway, it feels like cotton or linen, but it's got a really soft drape. So this is going to be some fab bobs, I think. And the reason that I'm brave enough to make these as bobs is because I have got something to go with them, because sometimes I think that's the problem. If you've got random items in your wardrobe thinking, what am I going to wear with that? It'd be fine, obviously, with a white t-shirt, a white cardigan. In fact, she says, reaching across, because I've got loads of fabric over here, I could just wear it with a nice sort of whitey, like that's a sort of an ivory coloured Bertha. And these are the velours that I got from Pound Fabrics again. Do I shop anywhere else? Do you know what? Pound Fabrics has what I love. So it's one of the first fabric stores that I ever bought from, and they're based in Birmingham, so not too far away. So that's kind of where I tend to gravitate towards. So anyway, right, so with the velour, they had a few different colours left, and I bought this, which is, funnily enough, when it arrived, I've got some more of this, but this is a scrap from my jumpsuit that I made, and I bought from Barry's in Birmingham. So when the Pound Fabrics fabric arrived, it was a dusky pink. It was exactly the same fabric, so I know that I like it. So I've got some of this, and this is the sort of taupey colour. So I'm thinking maybe colour blocking a Bertha, Naya, whatever, to go with this as well. So what do you reckon? I think it would go, wouldn't it? I mean, I could do all three colours, but all three colours would be extremely on the edge for me to colour block with three. But anyway, I'm gonna have a bit of fun with that later, so we'll see what happens. So today's a sort of experiment, but it's really, you know, it's a relatively safe experiment, because I know that I'm going to end up with trousers that I love and a cardigan and a top, and it will all go together. But I just can't wait to see the sort of tiger camel tiger camel cross twin set. So we will see. Anyway, right, I've got to pack and make sure that I remember everything, and sewing machine leads and all the rest of it. You know, that kind of like crucial one thing that you forget. That's often me. I always get there and I think, oh. Anyway, so I'm going to focus on that and get my car loaded and go. So I'll drop in a few pictures and I will catch up with you later. Take care. Bye. So I'm back from the social, and I had a fantastic time as always. The girls are so friendly. I always just feel right at home when I go, even though I don't get to go very often. As planned, I made the Tilly and the Buttons Bertha cardigan and the Naya T, which I was saying that I wanted to do that sort of Chanel inspired trim, tiger trim top. So yes, got there, made it up, and I tried it on and I thought, I like it, but I don't think it's me. I'm not sure actually that I'm going to wear it particularly. So I came out in it, and there's a fellow autumn there, Sally, who thought it was fantastic. So as I was making it, I was thinking, if it doesn't work out for me, I'm sure it'll work for Sally, because she'd already said I really love that fabric. So Sally went and tried it on, and it looks so much better on her. So she's now the proud owner of a Sew Sarah style special cardigan and t-shirt, and I hope it doesn't fall apart anytime soon. Like I said before, there's always that pressure, isn't there, when you're making for somebody else. So as soon as she'd said that she wanted it, I was like, right, okay, I need to make sure that the seams are finished inside and it's properly hemmed and it's all straight and all the rest of it. So the pressure was on, but no, I think she was happy with it in the end anyway. She looks fantastic in it. So more than happy to hand that over to Sally. And I think, to be honest, as far as the Tilly and the Buttons Bertha is concerned, I've done 2 now with a sort of a colour block, 2 different fabric idea. So I think the ones going forward are going to just be single colours. I still absolutely love the shape of it, but I'm not just, I don't know, with the pattern and colour matching, I just don't think it's me. So anyway, so that was that. And then I didn't have time to make the trousers up because I was only there for a few hours. So I brought the trousers back. These are the bob trousers, and here they are. I am wearing them now. I will insert some footage as I'm talking through of me prancing around in them, so you can have a look at them. I think this actually might be the end of the line for my bobs in terms of, oh no, there are one more pair. There is one more pair, isn't there, obviously, that I wanted to make, which is this, which is a sort of drapier fabric. So I definitely want to make those. But these are definitely more of a drill fabric, so it's a stiffer fabric, and I think for the autumn winter I will love them. They just feel obviously a bit heavy now because, you know, it's typical, isn't it? The sun's out, it's really warm. I'm wearing this just to talk to you, but I'm absolutely sweltering. They feel quite heavy, and the shape of them in this stiffer fabric is a lot more pronounced. I've also, down the sides, I've top stitched the seams as well, and top stitched the seams at the front and the back, so just to keep that extra shape. So I still think through the autumn winter I will love them, but at the moment I think I don't really want to make too many of the stiffer bobs. To me, they work better in a slightly drapier fabric. So that's as I say, the end of the line for the bobs maybe for autumn, although I'm not making any promises. I just need to get on to making the Langston trousers, which are the ones that I want to make next. And there's always more trouser patterns coming along, aren't there? So that's what I made. I did go take a few patterns and some fabrics that I no longer needed for the swaps table, and really never ever want to come back with anything from the swaps table. However, my willpower is absolutely zero, so I have got a couple of bits to show you. When I first went in there, I saw this and I thought, how can anybody donate leopard print fabric? And it was the fabulous Jenny, and it turned out, I think this leopard print fabric has been on and off the swaps table a few times. People take it back, and it is quite, I guess it's polyester, it's quite a thin clingy polyester, and that was Jenny's issue with it. She said the thing is, you've got to be careful about lumps and bumps and all the rest of it, which I completely agree. But I think I'm planning on making a Nomi. I have got another leopard print. Anyway, I think I'm going to make the Nomi dress. It was going to be, at first I thought the kilo wrap dress, but it is really quite thin. But the Nomi dress is by Sew Over It, has quite a lot of gathering. So it's fitted at the top, and then it's got quite a lot of gathering around the skirt. So I think that might work if I've got enough. I think there's only 2 meters here though, so it may or may not become a Nomi dress. That's my thinking at the minute, but I couldn't leave it there. So if it doesn't work out for me, it'll go back on the swaps table again. And the second fabric I have to show you, probably 100% will be going back on the swaps table, but for some reason I just really liked it and thought, well, this has been on and off again. It's coming home with me, so I can have a think about it. Now, you will definitely need your sunglasses on for this one because it's actually hurting my eyes looking at it. It's this, ta-da! I mean, it could not get more day glow. I don't even know. You can't really see how bright it is on there. I don't even know how they get that amount of colour into a fabric. But what I'm thinking is, this top that I'm wearing at the moment is the Stella. I haven't made a second one yet, but my plan is to make a few up of these sort of colour blocked, and this top part here is a separate strip that you can put down here. I'm thinking of maybe having a neon strip, or just using it as very, very thin little bits of piping, because I think touches of neon can look really, really lovely and just give a bit of zing to an outfit. This is, it's not a French terre, it's a Ponte, and I don't know why, but I really like it. I think there's about just over 1 metre, so not a huge amount. I don't really think, well, I don't know, you never know, I might make it into a t-shirt to wear with jeans. I don't know, I just really loved it anyway, so that came home with me. And then the lovely Sandra and I liked each other's trousers. So I was wearing the bobs and she was wearing the, oh, come on. I can't remember the name of them. It's a Sew Over It pattern, and are they the Stella trousers? Anyway, it doesn't matter. They were really lovely fitted trousers. So we wanted to try each other's trousers on for size. And so I grabbed something to wear as a sarong off the swaps table so we could swap trousers. And it just so happened to be this. Now, this is how little willpower I have, because Sally saw me wearing this as wrapped around as a skirt and went, oh, that's fabulous. You've got to have that colour. It's just your colour. You've got to take it. So I was like, oh, all right, then I'll take it back. It's a little bit B&Q orange, which I'm not quite sure about, and it's it's quite heavy crepe, but it's here and it can go back, so it's not a problem. But I just brought it home with me, so I have got some colour today. Look at that. I don't know what it is about that, but I just really like it. So anyway, so those were the 3 fabrics. So I've got to stuff those away somewhere. And then there was a pattern that I really liked. I have made a few dusters, but this one, what I liked about this one was the fact that it actually just uses bias binding around the edge. So I just thought, well, that's different, because the ones that I've got have either a facing or an extra, what's it called, like a collar piece. But I just quite like the simplicity of that. And I like those ones that sort of gather as well around there. So I brought that one home with me. And then this is another book which I think has been on and off the swaps table a few times. There are some really lovely dresses in here, but the reason that nobody's actually used it is because you actually have to draw it out. Hang on one sec, I'm just trying to find right, so there's one that I really like. Hang on, well, there's a few that I really like because they're just very, very simple shapes, and should have been a bit more organised, sorry. Let's just take that one for example. So it's like jumper for joy. I am a jumper for joy. So it's just a really simple shape, and it's got pockets on the side. What they give you, you look at. Oh, hang on, sorry, I'm not well. For example, they show you that, and then you have to actually draw that out onto the piece of paper onto the fabric corresponding to your sizes, if you know what I mean. I'm not making much sense. But anyway, it looks like it's something that requires a bit of work. But I'm sort of working towards, I like the idea of maybe drafting my own patterns at some point. So I think that's a little bit of a halfway point. So there may be something coming out of that. Otherwise, it may well go back onto the swaps table. This is a really nice one, all wrapped up. So it's just like a wrap dress. And then it's got the sort of the measurements, etc. there. And then it shows you how to put it together. Maybe very complicated, and I might just end up giving up, but that was that. Oh, and the other thing I'm just seeing snaking across the floor is some bias piping. So it's brown bias piping, and Sandra brought that along, and there's absolutely loads. I don't need all that, but nobody else wanted any, so I thought, well, I'll go home and I'll give it a go. And then as soon as I made these trousers up, because I made these trousers once I got home, I thought, I wish I'd have put the piping down the side now, because annoyingly would have been quite nice to have that down the seam, but too late. I'm sure there'll be something else coming up. So the other thing that I'm thinking of doing is some piping on one of these, not this colour, but a slightly darker, like a camel or something, with some brown piping. I think might be quite nice, camel coloured top. So that, I think, was it. Yeah, as I say, we just had a really, really, really good time. There's some pictures that I'll put through. Adele had come along with her precious fabric, so she's recently put out a vlog. She's part of the vlogger tour for the precious fabric. I haven't joined that one at the moment because I've just got a lot going on, but if there's a space towards the end of September and I've got some time, I might just jump on because I have got loads of precious fabrics, but it's just a case of getting something made up in time, which is, so I didn't really want to commit to that. But anyway, so she was there cutting out her fabulous panther fabric, and there's some pictures of us mulling it over and thinking where to put the panthers, etc, etc. And I was saying to her, do not cut anything until I've seen. I need to see where you're putting it, because it's one of those, once it's cut, you've had it, haven't you? So we all triple checked, and I think hopefully she's happy with how it's come out anyway. So that was lovely. And I think that's pretty much it for today. In my next vlog, I am planning obviously on making the trousers that I want to make, and some more twin sets with the fabulous Bertha cardigan, because I cannot get enough of those. So look out for that. And I think that's everything for now. So I will catch up with you soon. Thanks. Take care. Bye.